Nobody is you. Anybody here, like, look, I'm gonna call some of you out. I don't know who, but there's somebody sitting in this audience that's part of the Casey Neistat Copycat Club right now, and you need to really get out of that club and build your own. Culture always wins. It drives everything we do. If you hack the culture, you hack the world. Period. End of story, period. All right? Quote me on that. Tweet me. Okay? Culture always wins. One of the content creators that I think best represents an understanding of culture, I know he's here at the conference, is Jarvis Johnson here in the room? Just out of curiosity? No? All right, so if you see Jarvis, let him know he was in my presentation. But like, Jarvis, I don't know if anybody's familiar with his content. Show of hands if you've ever watched Jarvis Johnson's content, just a handful of people. I really suggest that you guys go and subscribe to him, because there's a lot you can learn from Jarvis. He is one of my favorite content creators right now because he does commentary in a way that I really haven't seen a lot of people attempt to do. He doesn't punch down. He sticks to things that are very relevant and timely in the culture of the internet, and he has a deep understanding of it and the community, and he is also one of the most responsive, engaged people in Twitter. And I'm really interested in everything he has to say because not only does he have a deep love and passion for the culture of the internet, but he has a background in the technology of the internet, because before being a full-time YouTuber who rapidly grew to over 1 million subscribers in a very quick period of time, he had a background in computer science and computer engineering. So not only does he understand the culture from that level of being invested in it and growing up on the internet, but he actually understands how systems help us navigate that culture. So I'm always fascinated with how he found a way to not only hack the YouTube algorithm, but by doing it by understanding human behavior and the culture. If you understand people, you won't have to fight an uphill battle with the algorithm. If you understand culture, if you do that in the way that Jarvis Johnson has done, in the way that Matt D'Avella has done, you guys may not have heard of Jarvis, but have you guys heard of Matt D'Avella? Show of hands. Yeah, so a completely different take on doing something very similar. So I want you guys to look at what they're doing and understand that there's some powerful things there. And again, when you look at the numbers, when you look at it by the numbers, they don't lie. They don't lie. This is somebody who's figured it out. This is somebody who's figured it out. And like I said, he does this without punching down. Now, who here is a fan of Nerd City? I'm a big fan. It's like Nerd City is another content creator that's figured out hacking culture and really tapped into the emotions and often the frustrations and fears that we have as content creators, and not done it in an exploitive way, but done it in a very fun and informative way. I love the innovation, the creativity that I see in Nerd City. It's one of the most creative channels that I think exist in the YouTube ecosystem. They even went so far as to create a cinematic universe. I mean, is that insane? Characters like Dr. Downvote and the Devil. I mean, it's just fascinating to see the amount of creativity here. And I think that it plays to a lot of things that we want to see in the culture. They say a lot of things that we might be thinking, and I think they address that. And they also do massive collaborations within their content. So you may not be able to do those high production values. You may not be able to go and do that level of scripting and research and build out a big collaborative effort behind something, but there are little things that you can work up to by looking at the example here. So don't be intimidated by the fact that we're talking about a lot of larger content creators. There are a lot of people that are working their way up that many of you have never heard of yet, but you will soon. So this is something that I think a lot of people can do, because remember, we all start at zero. Now, something that I'm going to tell you here, another really powerful idea here, is just get the damn click. Just get the damn click and deliver. I hate the word clickbait because it's just become this slang term for doing whatever it takes to get attention, but it was meant to talk about bait and switch. It was meant to talk about setting people up and delivering, not delivering and creating a false expectation. I think that as long as you deliver on what you promise and you don't lie, I don't care what you do to get the click anymore, because attention and the algorithm and the culture is just that ruthless. You are fighting for every scrap of attention. And here's the thing I'm gonna say. Does anyone here think YouTube is hard? Show of hands. Be honest with me. Keep those hands up. Look around. Look around. Almost everyone in the room believes YouTube is hard. It should be. That's a controversial statement. YouTube should be hard. Do you know why? You're asking for 5 to 10 minutes of someone's life that they will never, ever get back. You better damn well make sure that your effort and that their time is respected and that was worthwhile. It should be a hard endeavor to take 5 minutes of a human being's life that they never get back. it should be a hard endeavor to get someone to commit to you and to what you're doing, because that means that you have to have an extraordinary work ethic, you have to have either extraordinary talent, extraordinary skills or knowledge, or live an extraordinary life. You need to ask yourself if you're doing those things and if it's worth their while, because if you're not going to meet them halfway, if you're not going to deliver for people, then you don't deserve an audience. None of us is entitled to that. But every single person in this room, you may not be entitled to an audience, but you damn well have the ability to earn one. Now, if you understand that, if you believe that, if you're going to do the work, I want you to clap it up right now.